Broadcasting from Silicon Valley, California, this is Conversations with Jennylyn.
You're watching Conversations with Jennylyn, and today I continue my COVID-19 World Interview Series, and I'm very pleased to share my very beautiful guest with you. Her name is Saumya Vardhan, and she is from Delhi, and she has so much to share with us. She is a product strategist and the founder of Shubhpuja. Is that correct, Saumya?
Yeah, hi Jennylyn. Thanks for the introduction. Yes, it's Shubhpuja. We are very close.
Thank you for taking the time to spend with me on Conversations with Jennylyn and for sharing all that you are famous for and great at that I can't wait to share with my viewers. You are a numerologist amongst other things. So I'd like us to start off with the company that you founded. Tell us about it.
Okay. So the company that I started was shubhpuja.com way back in 2013. And then I think the genesis behind that, Jennylyn, I would like to share with the audience was that, I wanted people from all backgrounds to be able to access high quality spirituality services for, through authentic professionals, especially Brahmins from India, who are highly trained people in a particular type of meditation science, what we call as Vedic pujas for Indian spirituality platform. So my platform is called Shubh Puja, which means auspicious prayers, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So explain
and then
to us.
and then I think the whole idea was that we all face our own issues. We all want different types of guidance, advice, some sort of like help which is beyond what we see in normal days. So why not get vetted professionals to be able to offer that to you, which are obviously very professionally delivered to you. That was my number one criteria. It's highly technical because it's scientific, so somebody should be able to explain you the logic behind why we are doing certain things, right? And then the third thing is also it should be convenient for you, right? It should be according to how things are customized for you, right? Like it should be what you want. And my platform offers multitude of services ranging from Vedic astrology, numerology, Vastu, which is like feng shui for Indians, and almost 300 types of different puja, which are the meditation services, purpose for different requirements for people. So if somebody is looking for better professional jump, right? So you do a particular type of ceremony customized for that. Or if someone's looking for love, then it's a different prayers and chants that we do to to get those kind of vibrations in your life.
So what would you just say to someone who says pujas and prayers and all of this is subjective and it only works if you believe in it? Because I've heard people say that. How do you address that?
So that's a very good question, Jennylyn. And I think that was my first thought when I started this venture. So when you go on my website, shubhpuja.com, the first thing that you see is my tagline, which is everything begins with faith. And to me, faith is not a religious service or ceremony or constant chanting. It's about having faith in yourself, in the ability to be able to achieve something. It could be as simple as I can complete this task by myself. You are having faith that yes, you can. If you say no, I cannot do it, then yes, you will not be able to do it. You see what I mean? So it starts from internally, what you are trying to achieve, and that's what transpires in the universe. And then we have all the other energies which contribute to your cause and your faith, and that leads to the delivery of the outcome that you're looking for, right? So manifestation is a very important part, and that's manifestation is self-belief.
Well, we live in a world where many things divide us. politics, religion, color, ethnicities. There's so many divisions, and a lot of it stems from people's philosophy. Some people who are Christian, to them, a puja or the Hindu religion sounds foreign. Some people who are Christians, Muslim religion sounds foreign, and vice versa. Why do you believe that the puja and the Hindu faith is the religion that best serves its followers?
Okay, I can address that in two different ways. Firstly, I think my services are obviously they derive from Vedic sciences, which came originated from Indian civilization with 5,000 years ago, right? So it has a mixture of science, which is sound energy, healing, and things through Vedic mantras, right? So it does have Indian spirituality angle to it. But at the same time, I would like to say that, say, yoga originated from the same sciences like Vedic puja, right? Now, who doesn't do yoga these days, right? Is there any religion associated with yoga? Perhaps not. It's just the yoga principle that was written in Sanskrit, right? We adopted that, and now we're learning the scientific benefits. Similar way, astrology, Vedic astrology, puja, all of that relate to planets, your energies, your sound energy. When you chant a mantra, there's a particular wavelength of sound that goes in the cosmos, and through which, you start initiating that manifestation that you have for a particular reason, right? And that's all makes the whole Vedic science a very beautiful combination. It's almost like, a bouquet of flowers, right? Combined together with multiple practices, with multiple things, including Hinduism and some principles with that, but it has a deeper meaning.
How is numerology connected to this? Are they connected?
Numerology is definitely connected, right? The world can be, described in like everything we can relate to is numbers, right? Right from the months to the seasons to the number of planets, and each number represents from 0 to 9 has its own uniqueness, right? So you will see that, your date of birth is a certain number. It's always a combination of 0 to 9, right? And nature describes the phenomena in terms of numbers. The pyramids that Egyptians built, right? That's again a mathematical calculation and numbers based thing, right? In ancient times, honestly, it's not just in India, but numerology was used all across the world. And from what I've read is that it was even taught as a subject in maybe 1400s, don't quote me on that, in France and other countries as well during those times, because through obviously mathematical calculations you can see the physical side of universe, but the spiritual side of a person can be also seen through the numbers with respect to the energies they carry, right? So numerology was used to understand more of your internal science in those days.
So a lot of people think that they say it's satanic. I'm just throwing at you what I hear over the years when these terms are mentioned or these beliefs and practices. What do you want to say to that?
Are you talking in terms of a particular practice or?
People think it's demonic. Like I know a lot of Christian believers who say you should stay away from numerology, stay away from horoscopes. They're not good, they're bad, they're linked to the dark side.
I don't agree with that because, as you know, energy are both positive and negative as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's what you seek, and also, you want to try and maximize the positive energy in your life. So you have to start thinking of the positive ways. So I unfortunately don't have much to add about the satanic side, but if you seek positive energy, you'll get positive energy in your life. If you're seeking negative energy, ultimately you will end up harming yourself because energy does not get destroyed. It gets converted into one form of the other. So it's always good to seek positive energy.
How have you seen it? How has it helped your life to be aware and to practice what you are offering in your company?
So I would say two things. The first one is, before I got into Shubhpuja or I understood or learned any of these sciences, I would just take everything at face value, right? If I was working with a coworker and maybe we have a different thought process of working, and we were not coming to a conclusion. Sometimes I used to feel that, oh my god, like this person is not, like, he cannot just think in my way, right? And why can't he just understand? And I used to feel that, okay, he's so different, and I don't think we can work together in a team. But after learning these sciences, my world has changed. I have started to appreciate everybody's uniqueness, right? I realize everyone on this planet is unique. You carry your own numbers, you carry your own fortune, destiny. Your strengths are different from my strengths, right? And maybe we work together and compensate for each other's weakness and strength, right? So I've started to recognize talent with respect to the other person. Maybe it could be, when I speak to them, I understand what strong stars they might have. How do I leverage that? Maybe somebody is a better speaker, they have a great sun, in their horoscope, and maybe I'm a more doer, so I'm more of a Saturn person, right? And that's how I've started to connect things. So I can do the work, maybe do an Excel model, and the other person can do a presentation. So that's how best we can work together. Is I've started to acknowledge that in my life. And also, I think the other part of it is, genuine, that after a while, sometimes you need a different voice and a neutral, sort of guidance to the decision that you take in life, to things that are happening to you. And numerology, astrology, all these sciences provide a great way to give you that insight, that why some things are happening in your life, right? Why do we go through this time, and what are the positive things that will come out of it?
So you went to school in London and you have studied business, but I know for a fact that you are very passionate about this. Tell us what you did in London. What did you study in England?
I'll start with Delhi. Actually, I did my undergraduate degree in statistics. So numbers always fascinated me. My family is very, a big numbers and math lover. So was my father, my grandfather, everybody. And that's what led me to move to statistics, where I started to understand, again, the models behind some of the daily phenomena that we go through. And now it's very, very predominant how stats we use. And then I moved to London, and I pursued my master's in operational science, which is more the business side of numbers, that how do we apply this heuristic models and, design of experiments with respect to the certain phenomena that I have, that we are facing, that we work through in a daily life. And then I did my master's, my MBA from Imperial College in London in finance and technology. And I used to work as a strategy consultant with, KPMG and Ernst & Young prior to starting my venture. And London, was a great experience. I spent great 10 years of my life to, really learn about the culture and about, mathematics and science and other things.
But you are pulled toward, you feel like your calling is in this puja business.
I think, and this is what I tell people, Jennylyn, I think spirituality chose me. I feel that there was a way to like give this kind of services to a lot of people out there who are seeking genuine services. And that's what led me to create this platform. There was no intention before 2013. I obviously grew up in a spiritual family where we practice all these things, but then there was a moment in my life where I realized that all of us can benefit from the services. Certain events happened. My very close friend's father passed away, and that was a eureka moment for me, that you know how do we manage to do this professionally and offer this as a service to the entire world. So I say spirituality chose me. It was a reason to start this platform, and I'm thankful to God. I'm full of gratitude that I'm able to learn this kind of great sciences, and also help so many people around me across the world. Some of my closest friends, family, people who I work with. It's been great.
So Saumya, you've been featured in some very famous magazines, haven't you?
That's correct indeed.
You want to tell us which ones were featuring your company?
Yes. So, and I will also let you know that, I started this venture firstly to test a market, right? Because this is a very, very traditional industry, and nobody from, my kind of background created a venture in this industry because it's very technical. And for thousands of years, only Brahmins have been running it, right? So it was a very tricky industry to be in. Then when I launched it as a soft launch, right, I got contacted by Forbes, Los Angeles Times, New York Magazine. Some of the best media coverage, like, media houses were very intrigued to have a platform like this started by a woman who is not a stereotypical person for this industry. And also, generally, I would say that there has been incidents that people have taken advantage of being in this industry, and I wanted to offer a solution which is genuine, and which is professional, along with science and mathematics involved in it. So I think media like that, and they realize that it's for a cause, and we all need this kind of platform at this time. And that's how, yeah, so I got, yeah, featured in those, and I'm very grateful and full of gratitude for that.
Good for you. I'm very proud of you too. And are you allowed to mention the names, or is it private? Some of the people you've worked for, some people who've come to you and gotten results. Is it private, or can you mention some of them?
We have a lot of celebrities and clients, but unfortunately, because of confidentiality, I'm not able to mention their name.
Okay.
Though on my website, we have shared some anonymous testimonials of a lot of our customers and people who trust us, and we call them part of our Shubhpuja family. They are like our family members. And you can read that how they've experienced changes in their personal life through Shubhpuja.
That's wonderful. So you've gotten reports of a lot of success stories, clearly.
Indeed, I'm grateful, and we've been moving slow, but we want to make sure we offer, attention to the people, full attention, and not just treat it as a service and move on. As I said, we make them part of our family, and we sort of stay in touch with them for their well-being. And then we just offer multitude of services, right? So it's not just that you join us or you associate us with one service, because at different points of time with your different dashas and astrology charts, you go through different issues in life, or positive and negative, so you keep coming and seeing the benefits of different types of offerings that we have.
What percentage of your clients are non-Hindus?
I would say around 20%. And we have people from all religion across the world.
That's very interesting. Okay, so if someone is having difficulties with a certain situation, you have a puja for that. And you have different pujas for different scenarios, is what you're saying.
That's correct. And what we also do is we diagnose firstly what could be the issue, right? Just like how we would do in business life, right? You collect some data, you try and understand what the problem is, what's going on currently, and the data we collect and we analyze and diagnose through your horoscope, through your numerology charts, through your date of birth, through other sciences. And then we say, okay, we see this might be the issue. And for that, XYZ is the solution. So it's a highly customized one-on-one process where we sit and talk to you. We try and understand your problems first before we jump into a puja to start with.
Do you ever see yourself phasing out of corporate life and just making this puja business your focus?
I think I'm on both sides of the coin. I genuinely loved in big corporates, and especially like since I moved to Silicon Valley, it's so exciting to work with big American tech companies. I learned so much, and I really enjoy that kind of new technological innovation, from artificial intelligence to data analytics and all of that. So I'm very excited about to learn those as well. And I believe that also contributes to how I can help deliver better services with respect to my puja business as well, to Shubh Puja. So it's a combination of both. I think that's what I see myself as right now.
Well, that's great because you have a balance, and you're passionate about them both.
I'm a Libra, so you see, we have like two sides of a weighing scale, and that's
That,
exactly what I am.
yes. So, Saumya, it doesn't matter where you live in the world now, the pandemic does not discriminate. The COVID-19 pandemic. How has it affected you and your family around you, both here and in India?
So, Jennylyn, I think first thing is I feel the whole COVID situation is a huge spiritual healing lesson for the entire world,
Tell us about that, because you're
right?
the third person in 4 days that has told me this. So, do you want to elaborate on why you believe that?
Sure. I think the first thing that comes in, so I have two sides to it. One is, the whole, what's going on in the cosmos in terms of planets and energies, right? That's one side. And the other side is also to understand that, we need to step back, that, there's a bigger power out there, which is beyond our control, right? Imagine, I'll explain the second side first, which I talked about. Imagine something which we don't even see with our eyes, something so minuscule and tiny has disrupted the whole world. We have, I don't know the exact number of world population, but more than 7 billion people, the smartest of minds across the world. Together, we still haven't been able to, stop this in time with all our systems, with our artificial intelligence, to any innovative system you say, right? So the bigger lesson is that there is a bigger force out there which has told us that there are things beyond your control as humans, and you need to respect nature, and there are bigger things that work for you. On the astrology side, which was my first part, was right now in the cosmos, a lot of planets are in their very strong power. So when I say it's almost they're exalted, or it's almost like putting 10 CEOs in one room. All of them are very strong, very skilled. They all have their own super force and energies. So one will go in this direction, the other will go in the other direction, because they all think they are the right people to give the right advice. So it's almost like a tug of war, and that's led to this kind of situation as well. When planets are so powerful, so energetic, right, multiple of them, then this is what has led to it, and told us about the bigger force.
This is amazing. So, knowing that, because you are privy to some information, you acknowledge it in a different way than most people, because a lot of everyone has their own perspective on what's going on with this virus. How does having the spiritual background you have help you to cope with this?
As I said, I think for me, understanding that it is time to step back, to heal yourself, to give your body time, space, is was the most important lesson that I learned. And I tell that to most of my friends, family, our Shubhpuja family clients, and people who work with us, that take a step back, right? This is the time to recuperate from all that work that we've been doing. The second part of it is this is the perfect time to spend time with family, with people who really matter in your life. You will get to know during this time, right? And it's connected all of us beyond ways, right? Beyond like any filters, beyond any work environment, like genuine heart to heart uh, conversations, right, which we've had, and we're out there for each other's support. And that's probably one of the biggest things that's come out of this COVID. And it has its own positive factors, right? We've all started to eat healthy food. We're all cooking at home. We are all probably sleeping at the right time. Agreed, it is very difficult time as well, especially for people who are experiencing difficulties with respect to health, with respect to work, and all the other factors. And I genuinely acknowledge that. But if you look at the bigger picture, somewhat it's like an extended vacation, which we all needed to just sort of take a step back, look what's really there, and start afresh.
That's assuming you're living in a home where everyone loves each other.
That's why we created Zoom. There's always like network problems, so you can always sign out.
That's true. So, what have you learned about yourself during this crisis?
I need to think about that one. What have I learned about myself? Um, yeah, I think one of the things that I learned is that, having your close set of people, your family is really important. And also, I think the biggest learning lessons I had was to start exercising. I've always wanted to, you know, have a schedule for exercising, and for some reason, because of coming back during traffic, I would always get stuck, would miss out on classes and other things. But this lockdown has genuinely made me realize that how it is important to physically be active with respect to our current situation, and also mentally be strong, right? So 6 months back, I was going through like a massive backache for a long time, and I went to physio, I did everything, and things were not working out at that time. And I always had this secret wish in my head that, oh my God, I just want to rough it out. I want to just go to the gym, do heavy weights training. And, that was my desire. And then this COVID happened. I cannot go to any gym. I can't do anything. But at the same time, we decided to get an online instructor. And you won't believe, for last 2, 3 months, I've been working out, doing weight training online, being in my own space, and I can't even tell you how good I feel about that, because I never thought I can do it, and this led me to push myself and do it at home.
So you have an online instructor?
That's correct.
Like, what's that like?
So he is based in Kerala. He's a trainer. He was a trainer in Delhi. He was actually my family's trainer, and then now he's gone back to his hometown to be with his family. So he gets up according to India time when we finish work, and then we get on Zoom, and then he gives us these online lessons over a period of time to build on our core strength, on our abs, and all different parts of the body, depending on what it is. And we have an hour-long session, and it works out beautifully.
That is awesome. Have you been really feeling a difference from doing it?
I can't even tell you how much. Really, I mean, I'm feeling so much better. My back is better. Mentally, I'm better. I'm stronger now, right? I feel strong as a woman. I feel strong as a person. And I'm absolutely loving it.
And you do this for an hour? How long do you do it for?
Yes, so 3 times a week, an hour each.
That's awesome. I know that people have been working out, but I thought they were just using videos. It didn't even dawn on me that you could actually have a trainer work with you online.
Yeah, I can introduce you to him. He's amazing, very genuine person.
It's amazing what we're discovering we can do online. Could you imagine how we would have survived this without the internet?
That's a very, very good point. And that's another thing. I think we are also fortunate to be able to connect with each other via internet. What would the world have been had we not had internet, and then we had to do this, especially for younger kids, right? For parents who have kids to be entertained, to take care of,
Learning.
schooling, right? Imagine kids not studying at all for 3 months while parents have to do their full-time work and other things. I mean, honestly, world is very fortunate for us to have this kind of technological advancements. I'm fortunate. I'm part of, like, I'm in Silicon Valley. Huge kudos to people who work day and night for the rest of the world to deliver great products across. And obviously, people all around the world are working towards it. But I see, how these tech, ventures have helped people across the world.
Saumya, we're almost out of time, as always. When I'm having fun with great people, the time zips by. What would you like to leave with my viewers?
I think the first lesson I learned, as I said, Jennylyn, is take a step back, just recuperate. And one of the things that resonated with me is that this is not a competition that you have to read 10 books just because somebody else has posted that this is what I finished, or or I made like 10 new dishes and things like that. This is a time for your own personal space, right? Things you wanted to do, you were manifesting from before, focus on that, and I guarantee you it will happen, right? Just focus those energies, Don't try and get into the whole stay-at-home race and then push yourself that, oh my God, this person is doing this. Like, don't get into that. Heal yourself, and you will come out as a much stronger, powerful, and a better person after this.
Thank you so much. It was a great moment for me time for me to spend with you, learning so much about pujas and about, numerology, because I hear so many different opinions expressed all the time. And when you have a real strong knowledge of something, information coming at you will have a different impact than it does when you don't know. And I know for me and my immediate circle, the Hindu religion is new. So I'm grateful for the clarity, and I wish you good luck with your new company. And I hope that more people will come to you and that you will be able to help them achieve whatever they're trying to achieve and accomplish.
Thank you so much, Jennylyn. I'm very grateful to you to let me talk about Indian spirituality on your channel. And I do have to say, you're doing great work, bringing people from all across and giving them voices to be able to reach out to the rest of the world. And, you are that messenger of positivity for the rest of the world. And, we are very lucky to have you do this for us. So thank you so much. Namaste.
Thank you so much. And could you leave your website address with us in case someone wants to contact you?
Absolutely. How would you like me to leave that? Should I?
You could just say it out. So, and you may spell it out so people can find you easily.
It's Shubhpuja, SHUBHPUJA.com.
So, Saumya, thank you so much for taking time out on Sunday to do this interview with me. And I wish you well with your new company and in all that you do. Stay safe, stay beautiful, and I will be in touch.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching Conversations with Jennylyn. When a conversation is all you need to be inspired, like the inspiration I know you will gather from this segment with Saumya. Thank you, Saumya.